Welcome to another episode. My name is Bertrand. I am the coolest dude on the planet, and I'm your friend. Confidence and clarity is the goal for my channel, especially when you get out of a relationship, because you're going to be trying to figure out what the is going on out here. Today is a reaction video, and this one comes from a woman who's talking about being 32 and childless. Now, before we get into this, I gotta ask you guys, is she looking to do business or is she looking for romance? Because you know, us men, we are looking for romance. Now, with that being said, is she a wife, companion, a fun girl, or a gold digger? And then most importantly, why is she saying this? Let's check her out. All right, let's see. Here we go.
I'm 32 and childless by choice. My grandmother had her first child at the age of 31 or 32 and had her last born child when she was 45, between 45 and 47. She passed away in 2021 or 2020 when she was 99, and her last born was like 51 or 52. And I share this to say that people like to use age as a way to shame women or to push us into having kids and telling us that, hey, like time is ticking away. Let me tell you something. You are not God. God can decide or will decide when I will have a child and when other women will have children. That's number one. Number two, my grandmother would always tells me and all of my cousins that we should take our time. She would always tell us that when she was alive, and her life was a testament of that. And I guess I'm sharing this to say, like, stop trying to fearmonger women to have children when they're younger. Number one. Number two, you don't know the steps and the methods that I am using to make sure that I have kids and that I'm able to preserve, my eggs. And then number three, you are not God. Like, we have seen so many stories where women have been trying to have kids in their 20s and 30s, and then God decides, you know what, the perfect time for you to have a child is in your 40s or 50s. We've seen all of those stories, so
this woman right here is crazy. First of all, I gotta ask, who is she defending herself against? Because this sounds like a defense. And why did she bring God into this? Like, her having children, is she blaming that on God? Listen, I don't know. I mean, she even talked about her grandmother. Now, the funny thing about her bringing up the grandma argument is she's at the age where her grandmother started to have children. So wouldn't that signal something? Shouldn't something be going off in her mind to let her know, hey, this is when I started having children? Yet she's going to continue to push the line and continue to push the envelope. Let me ask you guys this, right? Business or romance? Now look, I'm going to go out on a limb and say she might actually be looking for romance. I'm looking at her. She's pretty. Well, I mean, with all the magic tricks on, I'm gonna just say with the magic tricks on, she's definitely pretty. I can tell by her neck that she's slim, right? I don't know what her body looks like. Her face is cute, but she is a headache.
Tell you something. You are not God.
All right. She is a headache. Next question would be, is she a virgin? Right? Because she's speaking as if she's a virgin. Now, the reason I asked that is because we have to think wife, companion, fun girl, or gold digger.
I'm 32 and childless by choice.
I would want to put her in the wife position because it looks like she's taking care of herself. But I really have to ask if she's a virgin, because I'm just wondering, how much more trauma and damage has she actually, piled up on herself?
Tell you something, you are not God.
Right, because women don't do a great job of not living in their emotions. So anything can trigger those emotions and send her right back to whatever mind state she was in, where she didn't get over the trauma.
Tell you something, you are not God.
And I know that's a real touchy subject. So let's get back to what she was actually talking about. Let's move to her preserving eggs. What is she doing to preserve these eggs? Now, I'm interested to know, is she stopping herself from having periods? Because that means whoever's dealing with her is not going to have to deal with the mental stress that comes with dealing with a woman's period every single month. So I'm really wondering, is that what's going on here? Or is she actually freezing her eggs, right? Is she looking to have test tube babies? maybe babies, right? Maybe babies, meaning, okay, we're gonna spend $100,000 to maybe have a baby, to hope that this process works. Why would you want to go through all of that? Why not just choose the man, choose the best option, and go from there? I get it. Most people don't end up being with the person that they wait. Before we continue with this video, I need you to do me a huge favor. Like this video, then subscribe to the channel. After you do that, hit that notification bell for more videos like this. All right, let's get back to the video that they thought that they would be with, right? You get with somebody at a certain age, you realize, we ain't going in the same direction in life. But for her to talk about preserving her eggs, for her to pretty much tell women, hey, you should wait till your grandma's age, right? Wait till you're 40 or 50 to start having children. To me, I think that's a really terrible message. And I know some women in the comments may say, oh, you heard this wrong. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. She's not giving you guys great information. The reason why men fear monger women or shame women into whatever she was talking about is for two reasons, right? When you're trying to shame a woman, it's because men want wives, but we want to bang fun girls. The problem is the majority of women are fun girls, so there's no women to actually wife up. The next thing is, when you get to a certain age, you're going to have complications getting pregnant, right? This is a known fact. I have a story for you guys. I was dating a nurse. I tell this story a lot. I was dating a nurse who was at the age of 35. She was begging and begging and begging for a child. The reason why is because she was actually seeing firsthand what was happening to the children when women were having children after during geriatric pregnancy. Now, I'm not just talking about a woman that's 35. We're talking about 40, 41, over in their 40s. Now, can you have a healthy baby? Yes, you can. Right. And so if she's bringing in God for that situation, that makes total sense. But the reason why men are shaming or fear mongering her into, choosing the man that she actually wants and wants to have children with is because wouldn't you want somebody to tell you if you're getting ready to step over the ledge and fall down a cliff? Wouldn't you want somebody to tell you, hey, you got broccoli in your teeth? Or would you want to just walk around with broccoli in your teeth? Like, I'm not mad at this woman, but fellas, I want you guys to understand something. Single women keep other women single, dumb, and confused. They're saying things that make sense to them, but it doesn't make sense to everybody else looking at them, right? To me, it looks like she's performing for the sisterhood or trying to pledge her allegiance to the sisterhood.
I'm 32 and childless by choice.
Like it looked like she's like trying to get the other women to poke their chests out and say, yeah, girl, you go, girl. That's not what's going on, ladies. Please understand there's complications when you have children older. Your life is in jeopardy and the child's life is in jeopardy. Now, this doesn't mean that your life won't be in jeopardy with you being pregnant, period. But you're a lot more healthy in your 20s than you are in your 40s and 50s. That's just a biological fact. Most people are not exercising or working out. So, come on. Like your health at 20 and 40 is going to be completely different. And the way you look, the vitality that you have within your body is also going to be different. So, ladies, yes, you can have children during the geriatric pregnancy stage and phase. Yes, you can do that, but it's not recommended. You want to be careful and cautious once you get to that stage. That's all men are really saying. We're not trying to, I'm not trying to fearmonger anybody into doing anything that they don't want to do. If she doesn't want to have children, that's fine. Who's mad about that? But fellas, get your mind together, get your body together, get your finances together, because then you don't even have to deal with a woman like this. You don't have to deal with her mouth.
Tell you something, you are not God.
You don't have to deal with the headaches that she's gonna give you. You can actually choose a different woman with a more inviting personality. Now, I believe that for the right man, that personality is gonna change. Right? Like, she's going to turn into that feminine, submissive woman. But how long will that last? Because women change after they have children. Now, I do have a question for you guys. Is she putting out a good message? What do you think? Comment under this video. Remember, when you're watching these videos, you are becoming a better version of yourself. That means you 2.0. Other than that, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.